Own it, man. Own it. This is who you are. This is your movie. This is your movie. You know the character that you're playing. Own it. Be that. Be that person. Because you will be. Like it's like you what you want, what you think you can do. All of those things. Yes, you can do them. From that moment on, I was able to remote view. This is your movie. You know the character that you're playing. Own it. Be that. Be that person. Because you will be. Like it's like you what you want, what you think you can do. All of those things. Yes, you can do them. From that moment on, I was able to remote view. I look you
Ah,
square in the eye.
nice.
I was able to remote view. I can remote view people, and the reason I know this is because talking to Mish, it was ages before I asked her for a photograph. I said, "Come on, you got to send me a photo. I got to see what my new bestie's what she looks like, man. It doesn't matter. I don't care. You could look like you could actually be that fucking what's the name of the Dark Crystal. I don't care because we've connected. It doesn't matter what you look like, but it'll still be nice to see your face." So she sent me a photo, and she didn't post. She's like me, and she's like you. She's not scared about being on the camera. She just doesn't really like it or see what you know. It's like, oh, fucking hell, yeah, all right then. It's not like I'm. You're not self-conscious. You just don't really want to be on
I
the
get it.
camera, man. So the
Mm.
picture she took, she's got a sandwich in her mouth because she'd been telling me that she'd just finished a 12-hour shift in the hospital, night shift, and she'd gone home. She's talking to me the whole time, apart from when she was on the tube. She got cut off on the tube, and as soon as she got off the tube, connected back up again. We can't continue the conversation, right? And so she's eating the sandwich, and I'm like, oh my god, I know you. I recognize you. I know you. I've seen you before. I haven't, but in a way, I have. And and then from the moment of being able to of seeing that photograph, every time she spoke to me, as soon as I heard her voice, this I didn't even call for it. This image just appears. It's like on the TV when they make the video, or when you make the video call and the picture comes up, right? It's like that,
Mm.
but in my brain, in my mind's eye, it's like a video call in my mind's eye. And so I said to her, "It's really weird, but since I've seen that photo of you, it's like I'm having a video call with you in my mind. I can see you. I can see what you're doing with your hand. I can see where you're touching, like where I can see what you're doing. I know what your mannerisms are. I can see your mannerisms, the way you are when you speak. I can see it." And what I described to her, she went, "Oh my God, you can fucking see me." I could see her. And it's weird. That's all it is. It's just like this picture comes up in my mind, like a video screen, like a video call. Whoever it is that I'm thinking about, and I think that we've always been able to do it. We've always been able to remote view. It's just we think that it's our imagination. We think our imagination's thinking that thing, but actually it's not. It's not your imagination, right? And but then if you start, so before, if I'd started testing it, or oh yeah, and you're doing this, if you let the ego get involved, thinking about what's happening, then you're not gonna. It's like you can't have the ego involved at all in
Stuff.
when it's just what it's what you're seeing. Right? But anyway, um, where do we get to? That was Thursday, Friday. Friday, I finally got to sleep. Saturday morning, I woke up. I was a bit scared to go to sleep because it was like, oh, do you know what? I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to wake up and just be reset again. Because that's what, used to happen. I'd go to sleep and it was a reset. Reset back to how I was feeling, a year ago or whatever. Or just feeling shit. And so went to sleep, and I woke up the next day, and I actually woke up and just went, ding! Yes, baby, I still feel the same. Woo! Got into Telegram, started messaging me, fucking messaging, and it just basically it just carried on. And I spoke to another friend yesterday who I got to speak to Adrienne Elise on her live calls. I put it up on my channel.
Elise channel. Who else would like to share?
Can I jump in?
Sure.
Hi, my name's Richie. You see, I'm 007. It's because of my YouTube channel. So, my name's Richie. I'm absolutely honoured. I can't believe I've actually got to speak to you, Adrienne. It's a chat with Adrienne Elise, and I told her what had happened, and she said, I didn't know anything about this, but she said, it's funny that you should say about this all started on Tuesday and you couldn't sleep for 4 days. Well, there was a massive energy shift on the 2nd of November. It all ties in. What you've been experiencing all ties in with what's going on in the astrologically. So it was really nice to hear other people as well, hear other people's testimonies. The way I see this, bro, is it's still sort of adapting, changing the way I'm seeing it, depending on things. But it's almost like I think it's possible that we all share the same higher self. I think it's possible that maybe there's only one higher self and we share it, and we are all the souls that inhabit us and the higher self that guides us. We're all here at the beginning. So we are the originals, the oldest souls on this earth. We are all of us that are awake, and we're looking right now, every single person that's really into your channel, really into this stuff, really connecting with things being said, really, they're finding connections, and they're finding things that are resonating with them, like, yeah, man, like, I know that, that just feels right, man. You know it because you were here. We were all here at the beginning. That's why we're awake now, because this is a new beginning. So we're here to do it all again. So we did it back then. Now we know what we need to change slightly. We know the tweaks we need to make. We're like, okay, there we go. Well, that was one run of Earth. Right. We get another go. What should we do different this time? What do we need to do differently this time? Right, well, this time we need to make sure that ego doesn't get such a bloody hold. Because ego's useful, but Jesus, look at what it did. Look at what ego did when we let it go and we stopped. And we let this parasite come in and trick us. This parasite got in. However it got in, maybe it's deliberate. Maybe it was meant to get in there to make us realize what was, to show us the dark side of creation, because we've created a realm of duality. Well, that's exactly that. It's duality. That means there's beautiful, unbelievable, blinding light, and there has to be darkness like you can't imagine. It's the way it's the dualistic realm. So the seed that I've given everybody is the seed for the magic treehouse. You can you can think about that and know that the magic treehouse exists in the ethereal plane, on the internet, and in the minds of at least 5 or 6 people now, and it's growing, it's getting bigger, and it's an exclusive club. Like, we have to trust you. If you're gonna come in and play in our sandbox and play in our club, there's a secret knock. You have to know the secret knock, and if the secret knock is like, it's not a link, or it's not an invite link or anything like that. The secret knock is whoever it is that thinks that you're ready to come into the room and play with the rest of us, you have to share phone numbers with. If you were in the room, if you're a member of the Magic Treehouse, right, you're in the group, and you think, oh, I've got a mate, and he'd just be fucking absolutely perfect. This would be perfect for him. Whether, but it was a mate online that you didn't really know, but you'd really connected with, but you didn't really know. How many of us have got these friends that like, yeah, they're fucking awesome, man. But I mean, well, actually, really, when I think about it, I don't really know them from Adam, right? But you only know what's been portrayed to you by that person. So, like people like us, we've got YouTube channels, and we're transparent, so people see, that we'll go on the camera, and people see us. They can see us. Whereas there's a lot of people, like I've got that drunk old guy, who's not that drunk old guy anymore. Now he's just that old guy because he's drinking, right? But I know that he has got a childhood spirit. So a childhood spirit still. So I've said to him, you can come in, man. You can come in. I want you to come in. But you have to give me your phone number. Because then if you give me your phone number, I can just pull you in. I don't have to send you an invite. I just add you as a member and pull you straight into the room. So likewise, if Jodie wants to bring somebody in, there has to be that level of trust, that person trusts Jodie with their phone number, and Jodie trusts that person enough to bring them into the group, and they're not going to come in and disrupt the group. They're not going to come in with hormones or hidden agendas or fucking adult shit. Right? It's
crap. Yeah.
Adult crap that's been given to us by the controllers to distract us and keep us busy. When what we should be busy doing is creating new things, creating new connections, making new connections. So that brings me on to the next thing about energy, right? I've had all this energy that kept me awake for 4 days. Where the hell did it come from, man? I've been living on went 4 weeks with no food. Where was my energy coming from? Well, it couldn't have all been coming from a bit of condensed milk and caffeine. It couldn't have done. I felt too good for it to have all been coming from condensed milk and caffeine. Where was it coming from? Well, hang on a second. We are crystalline beings. We are, like, in essence, crystals. And piezoelectricity is a real thing. When me and Chris, when we interact, we're bashing against each other. We don't agree with each other. We're bashing against each other. And to the average layman, to the inept, it sounds like we're arguing with each other. We're disagreeing with each other, but we're not arguing. Voices never get raised. Stuff like that. It's just like, da-da-da-da. No, fuck off. Da-da-da-da. No, fuck off. Da-da-da-da. No, fuck off. Da-da-da-da. Right? And we're just bouncing off each other. Now, the last 2 times we've spoken, I can actually perceive. I can see in my mind's eye the energy that is built up between us, bouncing off each other. That's what I was feeding off for 4 days. That energy that we built up between us was feeding me for 4 days. Every time I needed a shot of it, I got a shot of that energy, which came along with downloads of just things making me think differently about stuff. So I started telling you about the voices that were coming out of me with Mish, because Mish made me comfortable enough to be myself completely with her, make her laugh, make her realize that making people laugh is all I want to do. If I can just go around making everyone laugh, genuinely laugh, like belly laugh, that would just be the best thing ever. And I don't want to be praised or celebrated or anything from it. All I want to do is exist and be able to make people laugh. Me to be me and just, make people feel better about themselves, make and reconnect them with themselves, reconnect them with the really nice energies that are existing on the realm right now, because you really don't need to be stuck in this shit. And you know, I was stuck in this shit like a week ago. Well, not a week ago, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. Right. So I was talking to Ross about it, my mate Ross, and while I was talking to him, all the voices came out again. Like, so it was like I was demonstrating to him all these different characters, and he came back and said, "Oh, he was laughing his socks off," and he came back and said, "Oh man, you should do a Zoom call. You should do a Zoom thing." Like, and I was thinking, what? Where I like interview myself, like interview my own characters, kind of thing. Have them, and then talk about truth, interviewing the different characters, but do it all as an audio or something, as a podcast, so I don't need to dress up differently. It spoils the illusion as soon as people see my face, because then they know it's me. If they can't see my
person,
they're not gonna know. So an audio would be much better. And then I said to you, I spoke to this new friend that I've got, Lisa, I'm just waiting for her to come into the Magic Treehouse. I sent her a link, but she doesn't have signal, and she's got an old phone, so she needs to get a new phone to get signal, or a second-hand smartphone. So she said, "Well, I always work better when I'm bouncing off somebody. So why don't you interview someone? Why don't you interview, like, I can interview her. I could interview Chris. Like Chris, nobody wants to interview him, or he doesn't think anybody wants to interview him because everybody thinks he's a downer and he's negative, and and he's really blur. But I could interview him with one of my characters, like Joaquin, yeah, Joaquin. So, like, if I was gonna interview you, yeah. So Joaquin, let's pretend, right? Let's pretend just for a second, yeah. So we're playing this. So right. So I'm Joaquin, yeah. Right, and you pick up the phone, yeah.
Yo. Yes, hello.
Yo. Yes, mate. Is that Campbell?
Yes.
Yo, Campbell, mate, you've not spoken to me before, yeah? But my mate passed me your number and he said it'd be cool to give you a bell, right? My name's Joaquin. How's it going, man? I'm from London, innit?
Yes, you are. Yeah, it's good, mate. Good.
You're right, mate. No, you're right. Because you sound like, am I interrupting something? Is it okay if we speak for a second, yeah?
No, mate.
Because like what
Sure.
it is, right? I'm a YouTube creator, yeah? I've got this YouTube channel, right? And I'm trying to, I want to tell people the truth, see, because I've seen all these things what have made me think like crazy shit, man. They've been lying to us at school and shit, yeah? So I've been thinking, and I've been watching your channel for time, yeah? I fucking love your shit, man. You get right down into it. And I've been watching that stuff with Kelly Jones about all the crystal cities and shit, man. Do you really think there's crystals, man? A crystal city right in the middle of fucking Australia, yeah? Is that right? Do you think that's good? You're going to go and see it, mate. I thought, because they're all talking about you going down there, right, on the 21st of December for the equinox and all of that shit, yeah? Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah.
Don't be shy, mate. You come on. I've seen you on the camera before.
Can't you hear me?
You get me?
Let's get closer.
Joaquin
No.
interviews someone, an audio interview, as if it's for a YouTube channel, or for Joaquin's doing interviews for his mate Richie Rich, right? Or maybe if Joaquin makes you feel too uncomfortable, or maybe because he's very brash. He's a very brash character. But maybe you'd like to speak to Tim, because I'm much softer. It's much easier to speak to Tim. I'm not gay. People always jump to that conclusion that I'm gay. But why do I have to be gay? Just because I don't speak like a rough and ready man? I've got all these different fucking characters, mate. I could do it like we could do it with Terry. Right, Terry? All right, Cam, how's it going, mate? Right, my name's Terry from London. I've got a YouTube channel. We talk about the truth and stuff. So I've heard about you. You're in Australia, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
You're in Australia. Yeah. Now, is that on the bottom of the world or what? How do you stand? I mean, can you feel the fact that you are upside down?
Yeah.
You can feel
really
it. Are you kidding me? Can you feel that you're stood upside down? You can actually, like, because I've always thought, like, how the fuck, what does that feel like? I've always wanted to go to Australia. My ex-missus went there once. You see where I'm coming from, yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe,
what are you going to like? Let
Go
people
on.
into the joke, or are you just going to like set up interviews and like come on as a character?
Oh, I'm going to come on as a character. So, no,
Just
you're
like
all on the, no,
set them up as a
because I can
proper
only
interview.
do it.
Just
I can only do it with you guys, right? To begin with, we can only do it with you guys because you know,
yeah.
basically nobody else is going to fucking. But like, my messages won't even get through to them because they'll be so fucking at the bottom of the list of all the other messages that they're getting of other people that work with them, right? But I've got some, you know, I've got yourself and I've got Chris. I know Chris will do it, and I know Lisa will do it, and I know hopefully Misha's going to do it. You know, I've got some people that I can do it with.
He said, "Do it."
And then we'll watch it grow from there, man. But we can talk about real shit, but we can do it with someone that's just a little bit more interesting than this fellow called 007. Who the fuck does he think is James Bond? Does he think it's James Bond or something? Can you see the difference?
John Doe.
But can you see the difference in me?
Yeah, no, definitely. I was just thinking this week you could call it on a live as well.
I feel fully realized. I feel fully realized. I feel reconnected, totally reconnected with with my soul. My soul's called Tim. He's always been here. Tim's always been here.
I'd just like to set the record straight right now. My name's not Tim. I don't know where this plonker got Tim from. I think he was lost in a moment, but my name's been James. Always been James, never been Tim. Tim sounds like a bit of a different sort of chap to myself.
I didn't realize, right, when I was stood there, because I actually asked the question. This is the thing, and one of my, is it okay if I speak for a second? I said, okay, sorry. I just wanted to come in and get a word in while Richie's sat here fucking just, you know, gobbing off like he normally does. So, yeah, what I did, I asked, I've said it in prayer before a couple of times. Who am I? Who am I? Who's my higher self? Who's my higher self? I know who I am, Richie. I know who I am, but whose soul have I got in me? What's my soul's name? And who's my higher self? Because I've asked and I've got the messages and I've been told, but I don't know about that, man. That seems like my hubris is fucking getting way too involved in that. You know, I'm thinking about who my higher self might be. That's my hubris getting too involved in that. And when I spoke to my higher self the other day, he said, "You are exactly who you think you are. Like, stop denying it. You're not egotistical about it. It's just, it's like, oh right, okay, that's who I am. Okay, that's who I've got to be. If that's who, like, and that's the character I want to be. I don't want to be one of these. I don't want to be this moody character that gets angry at everything, gets triggered by everything. That character I was playing for 20 odd years. He got stressed out. He was an adult. He was an adult, man. And not just an adult, a fucking tough adult. You want to come and fuck with me? Fucking come on then. Let's have a go. Let's see if you're fucking tough enough, right? You think you're fucking harder and smarter than me? Rah, rah, rah. That's the character I'm playing. But inside, I'm a nice guy, and everybody always gets that. They always get that. They look at me and say, he's a scary looking crazy motherfucker, but he seems like a really. When you speak to him, you don't get that energy from him unless he's pissed off and angry with someone. And then you do, and you feel it. You know when he's pissed off and angry. Ooh, fucking hell. Don't go near Richie at the moment, man. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person anymore. That's not who I am. That's not who I wanted to be. And what I realised was when I was 11 years old, and somebody said, right, it's time to stop being a child and start growing up. Start smoking, start thinking about sex, losing your virginity, having a girlfriend, talking about getting married, think about what job, what you want to be for the rest of your life, programming, indoctrination, dang, 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 dang. All confused with hormones, not just my hormones, everybody else's fucking hormones as well, and how that was affecting them. You know, and the girls' hormones were crazier than the boys' hormones, way crazier. My sister fundamentally changed as a person when her hormones kicked in. She became neurotic, and she does my fucking head in now. I can't deal with her. She's just I can't deal with her. And that's all because of hormones. So I just thought, man, how cool is it? Because me it's like, what it feels like is that we're friends, that we're at preschool or we're in primary school, and we're friends. We're just friends, and we go and climb trees together, and we build forts, and and we go fishing, and we go rock climbing, and we do all of these things together. So we're programmed to become adults, but we're not told. You be an adult, but it's really important that you still maintain that childlike innocence. Maintain that childlike innocence about things, your imagination and everything, like, and how you are, how you go about your day. Be nice and sweet and innocent. Don't be a cunt. Don't wish harm on people. Don't try and scare people. Don't try and overpower or intimidate people. Don't, just be nice, be mates. Yeah, be cool, man. Everybody can be mates. You know how much easier it is to make friends when you're a kid. You walk into a room of people.
So I don't really know what the fuck happened here, but I was editing, and this is as far as we got, because it's all just frozen up for another 45 minutes. So I'm afraid there's no more left of this part 2, and it's all finished here. So maybe me and Cam will have to have another chat. But anyway, thanks for listening. Peace.